If you have poor or bad credit and are in desperate need of a little money, you might have come across MaxLend. They lend small amounts of money to people with poor or bad credit. However, if your credit score is above 600, you could probably get a lower cost loan from somewhere else. MaxLend will lend between $1,000 and $3,750. However, first-time customers cannot get more than $2,000. Returning customers earn rewards that allow them to borrow larger sums of money at slightly lower rates. They have 4 preferred rewards levels: green, silver, gold, and platinum. You need to successfully complete 2 loans to advance to each next reward level. MaxLend positions itself as an alternative to payday loans. In some ways, though, they function a lot like a payday loan. For example, they do not charge a traditional APR. Instead, they charge a service charge. The service charge will depend on whether you're a new or a returning customer, whether you use ACH to make your payments, and the pay period. The pay period could either be weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly. They charge a fee for every $100 that you borrow per pay period. The lowest fee that you could get is $12.25, and the most is $59. The likeliest fee for a new customer is $14.75 every 2 weeks for every $100 borrowed. This is hard to wrap your head around, so let me give you a few examples from real customer experiences. One customer borrowed $1,000. They pay $250.47 every 2 weeks for 9 months. Their total payback over that period ended up being $4,508. Another customer borrowed $1,300. They pay $344 every 2 weeks. Paying just the minimum would mean repaying $8,000. One more example. A customer borrowed $500, but ended up paying $2,619.94 back. The honest question needs to be asked. If you need to borrow $500, how will you come up with money to give them $2,600 back? Customers routinely report that for several months of the loan, over 90% of the payment is going towards the fee, with only $1 or $2 going towards the principal. This is why it can feel like they are not making any progress paying off the loan. Let me show you how that happens. If you borrow $600 from MaxLend, the loan amount will actually be for $678. The $78 is the finance charge for the period. If your minimum required payment is only $80, most of the payment is going towards the fee. When the next pay period rolls around, your principal is $598, and you add another $78 in fee, so your total loan amount is $676, and you have another mandatory $80 payment. After a month, you have paid $160, but all but $4 went towards the service charge. Paying the minimum is like going up a down escalator while wearing roller skates. If you're going to borrow from MaxLend, you absolutely have to pay more than the minimum due payment. At the very least, you should plan on paying twice what is required, and even that might end up costing you way too much money. To make extra payments, you can log into your account. If you have autopay enabled, you will find a button that says Schedule Another Payment. If you don't have autopay enabled, you will see the Make a Payment button. Almost always, I recommend people signing up for autopay for loan payments. That's the best way to make sure that you're never late. But I'm not sure that I would sign up for autopay for MaxLend. You never want these payments to just be automatically happening. Every 2 weeks, you should absolutely need to go to the system and make the biggest payment you can handle. You might wonder how MaxLend gets away with charging such high fees for their loans. After all, those fees exceed the usury lending laws in most of the states in which they lend. MaxLend is wholly owned and controlled by a federally recognized sovereign American Indian tribe. That means that MaxLend's loans products are regulated by the tribe and not the state lending laws. It can feel helpless to need money and struggle to get access to it. If we could control the emergencies in our lives, they wouldn't be emergencies. So if you find yourself in need of a little bit of money to cover a monthly shortfall, it is important that you shop around. You owe it to yourself to get the lowest cost loan that you can qualify for. At the Yukon project, we've tried to make shopping around easy. If you visit our lending marketplace page, you can apply to any one of our featured lenders. Behind the scenes, we will check your rate with up to 40 other lenders. Our partners use a soft credit check, so applying won't hurt your credit score. We will show you all of your approved loans so you can pick the one that's best for you. If you've ever used MaxLend, leave a comment. Your experience could be helpful for others. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us out, and we really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.